I've had some friends that do that, and it's probably more that it seems as if that's what they're doing, and they thrash around in the water a bit too while they're learning to swim. But they seem far more measured and intentional and humble than I have been. And I think I've tried to course correct over the years. And then I just do a different version of the same thing, which is to dive into shame to create humility, to override an ego trip. And it's done rapidly and with a lot of verve. And it dulls or maybe even temporarily reverses the vector. And then that direction runs out of energy and it goes back the other way. The faucet's broken in my house. I'm supposed to fix it. It looks like a cool faucet made by a German company that if you register the warranty when you buy it, it has a lifetime guarantee. But if you don't, and it breaks, you have to throw it into the earth and buy another one. And hopefully learn your lesson and register the warranty that time and be out $350 to, it's probably more than that, it's probably like $400. And the earth has one more piece of junk in its belly or whatever. But if I wasn't in the shame place, I'd say like butthole or vagina or something to be aggressive and funny, but I'm tired. So then I just try to slip it in passive aggressively instead. And it doesn't even seem funny, and I don't know if it ever would be. Orifices. A black hole. Is a black hole dead? Anyway, how long do you have to wait on hold with the growy German faucet company before they allow me to try and charm them into honoring a warranty for something that I bought, but because it was a mess then, I didn't register it. I have the instruction manual, which was in a file under, I think, kitchen or something. But the receipt wasn't in there. That's not really not what's bothering me. But I'm searching for a allegory for what is. Because it would be improper to share what is. You're not allowed to talk about your own life. Certainly not while it's happening. And the people in it. Even if you want to say something nice. I mean, some people will be cool with it. And some people won't. And it's not to say that either of those kind of people are right or wrong. In the last book of the Karl Ove Knausgaard, My Struggle, it's not a trilogy, I think there's 6 of them. He's writing about how the people in his family and friends received the publication of the previous volumes that talk about his childhood all the way through adulthood. And his uncle, who he has to change the name of is pissed and is threatening to sue. And he's writing about being really scared and ashamed and thinking he's a bad person for talking about his life, like his uncle is saying that he is. And his uncle, in what is I don't know if it's called a memoir, but it's autobiographical, becomes the villain, while the narrator is saying that he's ashamed. But I mean, everybody loves those books that's reading them. They're a million miles long. But I like the uncle, actually. I don't like how he's hurting his nephew, but he was cool when he picked him up he picked Karlova up on the side of the road when Karlova was 16 or whatever on New Year's Eve and it was freezing out. People, all of us, me, you, all the dead people I named, are a lot of different versions of themselves over the course of a lifetime. I keep dreaming of just being on a metal boat with an outboard motor in a lake only accessible by a long walk through a lot of mosquitoes, paddling a canoe and carrying it, or a pontoon plane if you've got a couple $1,000s, or just a beach on the ocean where nobody else is around. Where the compulsion to tell these stories or stand here in front of a camera, take pictures and organize them, back up the files, write about them, record music, justify and make my choices orderly for my music partner, be harmonious and supportive to my family, to my partner. And yeah, you're supposed to, in the English language, use the word my, but I don't own any of that. You know, the cars going by on the highway, it's almost midnight. Where are they going? Maybe I just like being alone, talking into the camera. Oh, I was stalling. I thought that to end this video, I would pick a book. This camera is propped up on a bunch of books, right underneath of it, on a bookshelf. I'm not going to take one of the ones that's propping it up, but what if I take a book from the bookshelf at random and read 2 or 3 sentences, and that'll be the end of it. That'll be the answer to the conundrum that I'm circling but never addressing. And even if I were to write it down or say it out loud, like there was no filter and I could say anything I want, I don't know how I'd say it, and something is telling me not to. I don't know, this book has an orange cover. It tricked me into taking it. I opened up a page. I'm moving my finger in a circle. Alright. Here is what I'll read. From the beginning of the sentence where my index finger landed to the end of the paragraph. I warn you, it may not be profound or apropos. But perhaps it will be better if it's not. It'll prove the veracity of the randomness, or the what we're leading ourselves to believe is randomness. Now I lost my place. This fable suggests that when it comes to beauty, adaptation will work its magic on us by making the highly attractive people, grapes, less desirable, sour, to those of us who cannot attain them. But true adaptation can go farther than just changing how we look at the world. Instead of simply rejecting what we can't have, real adaptation implies that we play psychological tricks on ourselves to make reality acceptable. That was pretty good, actually. Because this experiment is about documentation, I've learned my lesson. I'm going to say what book that was from. It was from The Upside of Irrationality, The Unexpected Benefits of Defying Logic at Work and at Home. The author is Dan Ariely, spelled Ariely. And I already closed the book. I should have said what page that was on, but oh well. I'm sorry if I hurt you or let you down. I don't even know who I am. I said to myself very early on, don't forget who you are. But I didn't listen, or I couldn't. But anyway, I think we will figure it out, and what happens will be for the best. And we will work diligently and compassionately towards being more authentic, more caring, more natural, which is about letting go and not caring at all. Living forms, disintegrating rapidly into the void. The only song I ever heard the Dead people sing was, I think like a cappella version of Hava Nagila that was like 20 minutes long. And the guy in the band who sings has an incredible voice. He sings, he carries the tune. His melody is really accurate, but equally, if not more important, his voice is low and it's got a little shaky edge to it. It's beautiful. It felt like real music. He lived up to the band name. I love you. Bye.